What if I told you there is an AI tool out there that can develop really amazing UI just by writing prompts? Similar to tools like Bolt, V0, Lovable, and Replit agents, this tool can use your prompts to develop the UI that you need. The main difference is that this tool actually get really amazing UI by using these prompts. I have gotten really amazing results, and today I will show you how to use Readdy AI. So Readdy AI is the tool that I'm talking about. On the downside, they don't develop the backend, so you will have to export your code to all these other AI coding tools that can do really amazing things with it. But you have more control with Readdy AI being able to develop the UI that you actually want. But without further ado, let's jump into Readdy AI and let me show you exactly what I'm talking about, and you can make a decision by yourself whether or not this tool is something that you would like to use. For my first example, I decided to create a social media site similar to LinkedIn or Facebook. So as you can see, this is the social media page that I produced. If I go back to Readdy AI, I created a profile page, which in reality is a settings page based on my description on my prompt. And this setting page allowed the user to update their data if it would have been connected to a backend, which again, like I mentioned before, Readdy AI doesn't do. And we also have an authentication page. Now, something that I really like about Readdy AI is that after you provide the prompt, it gives you the layout structure and everything that it's going to do for you. And you can either generate or you can make edits to that. And once it's done generating the UI for you, you can pick from two different versions. So we got version A and version B, with this being version A, this being version B. Go to the profile page, you can see that it did the same thing. We got version A and we got version B, slightly different layouts, and that allows you to select which one you would rather have. So this is version A, version B, and now to version B, I asked to make a little bit of changes. So we got the login and the sign up. We enter some data here. So you can see some of the changes that I requested. With password. So the passwords doesn't match. So that was one of the changes that I needed to be able to see what happened. Let's reload this page. We're going to go back to the authentication page. Let's say one. Anyways, let's see. Lola. Susana. Oh. That's that. I think was in Puerto Rico. So now for step 2, we enter name, first name, last name, pick a gender. You can upload a profile picture. Number 3, you can create a community or join a community. So if I join a community, here is a list of communities. These are just placeholders for now, so they will be linked to the backend, or the user can create a community. So these are changes that I made with this follow-up prompt that I added here, which is pretty cool because you can create the whole system that you actually want to use in order to be able to actually go on with it. Now, I also created a different project, and this project is more of an e-commerce website. And as you can see, this is the checkout page. Option A, option B, of course, I want option A because you have all the information that I require. We got a cart page, and we have a product. Now, if we go to the checkout, this is fully functional. So If I increase to 2, then the total change. If I increase to 3, the total change. So it's fully functional. The task is being calculated automatically. And if I were to add a promo code, well, it would not work right now, but yeah, but I could set that up in Ready. Now, again, it's one of those things. There is no UI attached to this. It just add the functionality from the front end, and then we will be able to export this into Lovable, Bolt, or similar other tools to be able to create this, which we're going to do here in a moment. Before we do that, I want to show you exactly how we go about creating UI designs here on Ready. I'm going to create a new project, and this project is going to be called AI Coding Tool. You can select from different frameworks. So you have HTML, Vue with the design, same with Element or Vue. React with design, React with ChatCN elements, and Uniapp. We're going to do one with HTML and one with React just to show you. So we're going to create, and I'm going to add the prompt here. So I have created a small prompt, not too long, because I want to show you some of the power that Ready has. And first thing that I would like to show you is that once you start writing the prompt, it starts suggesting exactly what should go in the next prompt. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not. So just read, and if you like what it says, if it goes accordingly with what vision is, then you can just hit tab and it gets added to the prompt. If not, then just keep typing as normal and it will go away. So it says the preview area will display live updates and will not run buttons. Before we continue moving forward, I will say that what we're building right now, and I forgot to mention it, is that we're building an AI coding tool. Not that I have any interest in building this. It's more for education purposes, but that's what we're going to be building. So let's see what it keeps saying. We'll just let it. Let's see what it suggests now. On the first column, we have filter option. Okay. So second thing that I would like to mention is that it has 2,000 characters that you can enter. So as you're writing, just keep that in mind. You can upload images for it to use as inspiration. You can select styles like colors, whether you want the light mode or dark mode. And you can also select the corner radius for buttons and widgets. So that's something that you can do there. Or you can also use one of their pre-written prompts down here. We're going to send this and we're going to let it work. Right now, what it's doing is writing how the layout it should be. Basically, it's rewriting your prompt so you can understand it by itself. You can read it and you can make sure that it looks correctly. When you're ready, you can just hit generate and it will start generating your UI. Right now, what Red is doing is going back and is coding exactly what you asked for. Hopefully, we will get exactly what we want, but out of the 2 different versions that it will provide, then we will be able to select one and start requesting edits if required. So as you can see right now, we have the versions for the AI that for the AI coding tool that we are requesting it to build. We have the console output, the preview, code, and console. So that's version 1. Version 2 or version B is really similar. It's just slightly different layout. So right there on the side, the code editor tab, we're going to send this. And hopefully we can see the code editor tab on there. I forgot to mention that it needs to route it to the code button. Perhaps that's something I will have to go back and make sure that it does. about the code in tab, code button, column, or when click code button, I really, I like to be really specific about my request because I want to make sure that the AI understands how it should behave. It gets my full intent. We get that. Now, I make preview screen and wrap column on. This should be the preview button. When I click preview button, oh, screen eyes, preview screen shows. So again, I'm being more specific about exactly how it should behave. So we're going to create that. Right now it's processing, and then we are going to move the console output to the console. Okay, so we get that. That is a preview code, but we don't have the console, so move the console output widget from bottom to become the console screen routed button. Let's see how it does. Hopefully it gets my full intent and we can preview that. So it's processing right now. We will give it a moment. And once that is done, then we can go back and make sure that we have all the features that we need before exporting the code to one of the AI coding tools, which in this case we're going to be using. So after a little bit of time, think we get this correctly. Yep, that's the console that was done here. You can move here. We got the code. These buttons are not functional, and that's okay. We got the preview. We don't have any other views, but I believe that's okay. And these ones don't work. And I want to point out that down here are the versions. So if we go back to version 1, this is how it used to look on version 1, version 2, version 3, 4, and 5. So if you need to revert back, you just click on the version that you want to revert back. Now, before we move forward, I wanted to make sure that you knew exactly how much this tool costs. So they have a free plan, and the free plan costs nothing per month, of course. And they offer 500 credits for AI generation and edits. So you get the whole code export. You can export to Figma to make changes manually, and you can have up to 2 projects. Now, once you outgrow the free plan, you can move into the starter plan, which is $20 per month for 5,000 credits for AI generations and edits. And it includes everything in the free plan, but you have 10 times the limits and 10 projects. But if you are developing a whole lot, then you probably want to go with the free plan, with the pro plan, which is $40 per month, and it includes 11,000 credits, which is 22 times the amount that you get on the free plan, and you get unlimited projects and priority support. So I just wanted to make sure that you were aware of that. As you can see here, on the 3 projects that I'm working, I have used 290 credits. I'm not completely sure exactly how many credits Oh, each AI power edit costs 10 credits and 50 credits for the design generation. So that should give you a better idea of how much you will be spending. So for the starter plan, we're talking about 100 generations, and that should be enough for most projects. So, but now we're going to go into how to export the code and import it into Bolt.new, which is a similar process that you will do if you were using Lovable or vZero or similar tools. Now that we have gotten that out of the way, we're going to use the code into Bolt, like I mentioned. So the code is really easy. You just click on code, and this is the code that you will get for this specific design. We're going to copy it, and just remember that we use HTML for this. So we're going to go to Bolt, and we're going to ask, actually go to add the code at the bottom. Going to go back to Ready, and we're just going to go to the prompt that we have initially used. Having a hard time with this. Let's see. And we're going to add this. I use the code or the. We're going to let Bolt work with it and use it. As you can see right now, is helping me create this AI coding tool. It's going to be using React and TypeScript. So we're going to go back to Ready here in a moment while Bolt is working. We're going to create a new project, and this is AI coding using React. We're going to select React, and we're going to create it. We're going to paste that exact same prompt, and we're going to send it, and we're going to let it create the layout structure. Actually, we're going to start generating it, and we're going to check on Bolt. So right now it's still working. So we're going to let it work. We're going to go back to Ready. We're going to see how it's going. Right now it's generating the page. It would probably finish before Bolt is done. It's actually almost ready, so we should be able to see it. I got an error doing the first one, so we're going to do it. But look at the second one. It has a similar look. And this time it created the console, so that's nice. Yeah. All right. So we're going to go back to Bolt, and let's let it fix those problems. And here is the first one. So we created this. This is the code output. There's some things that I like about the first one, some things that I like about the second one. So yeah, we will go with B. A on screen. Right. Oh, and Bolt is working. So here we have, and is a really similar. Is actually the exact same. Yeah, this is the exact same UI that we developed already. And from here we can start working on it. So create the role, but today this to let it do that. Something I noticed about Ready is that if you click away from the screen, tend to run into some errors from time to time. So just keep that in mind. Uh, right now, it's not using any credits, or when I click uh, refresh or redo. So that's a good thing, but it can be frustrating. So it took a few minutes to actually build out this project. So this will be the landing page when the user signs into their account. Then I created a plans page for the user to select their plan. They have the current plan and they can upgrade, downgrade, or they have frequent asked questions. Then they have an user settings, which have tabs for different things. And of course, the AI coding tool that we have used before. Now we're going to jump into Bolt because I have built out this project using exactly this code, and I'm excited to show you exactly how it looked like. So here we are in Bolt, and I'm excited to show you. So I added this input field for the user to be able to enter the prompt, to which they can upload images at a link for an URL. And once they have the prompt written, they can send it. We also have a dashboard page where the user can go and find the projects they have been working on. This minimal functionality right now is only the UI. Then we have the settings page. Like I had showed you before, it has tabs for different things. But when you click on planning usage and you want to upgrade the plan, here we have the pricing page. So I was able to create a whole lot of stuff by going back and forth between Ready and Bolt and providing Bolt with the code of what we have created for our project. So I'm really excited for the potential of this. And I get it, Bolt could have created the UI, but it is my experience that when you create your UI using Bolt, you run into issues and it doesn't look as nice as this looks. Definitely further improving this project, and I will release it as perhaps an open source version that anybody can take and create with it. At least the UI version, I will create some functionality and maybe sell it as a template that anybody could create a AI coding tool, and then I turn around and record a video about it if I like it. But I think this is pretty cool. It's a good starting point. It's a good way to start your projects. And I picked this example because I figured it was a good example, but you can do it for about anything that you can think of. And you're only paying $20 if you want to generate 100 designs. That's a steal. Any design out there will charge you way more than that. So take it for whatever it's worth. And with this, we have made it to the end of this video. I really appreciate you taking the time, the last 23 minutes to watch this video with me. It really means a lot. I really hope that you have learned something new today. And I took you backstage with me to explore this new tool called Ready. I hope that you liked it. But I would like to know your opinion down in the comments below. So please let me know what you think. Good, bad, or indifferent. I didn't develop this tool, but I think the developer will appreciate the feedback. Other than that, thank you for watching. I hope that I earned a like and a subscribe. So if I did, please consider liking and subscribing. Otherwise, thank you for watching. I hope you have a great rest of your day.